Question 1. What year did the Battle of Hastings take place? A. 1066, B. 1215, C. 1415, D. 1605? Answer: A. 1066. The Battle of Hastings took place in the year 1066, marking a significant turning point in English history. Question 2. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Elizabeth II, B. Margaret Thatcher, C. Theresa May, D. Indira Gandhi? Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, serving from 1979 to 1990. Question 3. In what year did Wales and England officially unite under one monarch? A. 1284, B. 1536, C. 1707, D. 1801? Answer: B. 1536. Wales and England officially united under one monarch in 1536 through the laws in Wales Acts. Question 4. What is the significance of the Magna Carta in English history? A. It established the Church of England. B. It ended the English Civil War. C. It limited the powers of the king and guaranteed rights to the nobility. D. It declared independence from Rome. Answer: C. It limited the powers of the king and guaranteed rights to the nobility. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is significant for establishing the principle that everyone, including the king, is subject to the law. Question 5. Which British scientist is credited with the discovery of penicillin? A. Isaac Newton, B. Charles Darwin, C. Alexander Fleming, D. Stephen Hawking? Answer: C. Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming is credited with the discovery of penicillin in 1928, which marked the beginning of modern antibiotics. Question 6. Name the king who established the Church of England. A. Henry VIII, B. Edward VI, C. James I, D. Charles I? Answer: A. Henry VIII. King Henry VIII established the Church of England in 1534 after his request for a marriage annulment was denied by the Pope. Question 7. During which years did the Victorian era occur? A. 1714 to 1830, B. 1837 to 1901, C. 1901 to 1910, D. 1558 to 1603? Answer: B. 1837 to 1901. The Victorian era occurred from 1837 to 1901 during the reign of Queen Victoria. Question 8. What was the main purpose of the Hadrian's Wall? A. To protect Rome from the barbarians, B. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain, C. To serve as a trading post, D. To commemorate Emperor Hadrian's visit to Britain? Answer: B. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire in Britain. Hadrian's Wall was built to mark the northern limit of Roman Britain and to keep out the Picts. Question 9. Who was the British monarch during the American War of Independence? A. George III, B. Elizabeth I, C. Victoria, D. Henry VIII? Answer: A. George III. King George III was the British monarch during the American War of Independence. Question 10. Which document, signed in 1707, resulted in the formation of Great Britain? A. The Magna Carta, B. The Declaration of Arbroath, C. The Acts of Union, D. The Bill of Rights? Answer: C. The Acts of Union. The Acts of Union, signed in 1707, united the kingdoms of England and Scotland into the Kingdom of Great Britain? Question 11. What historical event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The restoration of the monarchy. B. The Gunpowder Plot. C. The Battle of Britain. D. The signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: B. The Gunpowder Plot. Guy Fawkes Night commemorates the Gunpowder Plot of 1605, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 12. In which century did the Industrial Revolution begin in Britain? A. 16th century. B. 17th century. C. 18th century. D. 19th century. Answer: C. 18th century. The Industrial Revolution began in Britain in the 18th century, leading to major changes in agriculture, manufacturing, and transportation. Question 13. What is the oldest parliament in the world still in operation? A. The Parliament of Iceland. B. The Parliament of the United Kingdom. C. The Parliament of Finland. D. The Parliament of India. Answer: A. The Parliament of Iceland. The Althing, established in 930 AD, is considered the oldest parliament still in operation. Question 14. What are the names of Henry VIII's 6 wives in order of their marriages? A. Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, Catherine Parr, Catherine of Aragon. B. Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, Catherine Parr. C. Jane Seymour, Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Catherine Howard, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Parr. D. Catherine Howard, Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Parr. Answer: B. Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, Catherine Parr. These were Henry VIII's wives in the order of their marriages. Question 15. What was the primary cause of the English Civil War in the 17th century? A. Religious differences. B. A dispute over the monarchy's power. C. Economic issues. D. Foreign invasion. Answer: B. A dispute over the monarchy's power. The primary cause of the English Civil War was a dispute over how the country should be governed and the power of the monarchy. Question 16. Name the ship that carried the Pilgrim Fathers to America. A. The Mayflower. B. The Santa Maria. C. The HMS Beagle. D. The Victory. Answer: A. The Mayflower. The Mayflower was the ship that carried the Pilgrim Fathers to America in 1620. Question 17. What year marked the beginning of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II? A. 1945. B. 1952. C. 1960. D. 1977. Answer: B. 1952. The reign of Queen Elizabeth I began in the year 1952. Question 18. Who is considered the national poet of Scotland? A. William Shakespeare. B. Robert Burns. C. Geoffrey Chaucer. D. William Wordsworth. Answer: B. Robert Burns. Robert Burns is considered the national poet of Scotland. Question 19. Describe the main outcome of the Battle of Britain in 1940. A. German forces successfully invaded Britain. B. The British Royal Air Force defeated the German Luftwaffe. C. Britain and Germany signed a peace treaty. D. The United States entered World War II. Answer: B. The British Royal Air Force defeated the German Luftwaffe. The main outcome of the Battle of Britain was the defeat of the German Luftwaffe by the Royal Air Force, preventing a German invasion. Question 20. Who was the Prime Minister of the UK at the start of the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Anthony Eden. Answer: B. Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain was the Prime Minister of the UK at the start of the Second World War. Question 21. What historical period is characterized by the reign of Elizabeth I? A. The Elizabethan era. B. The Victorian era. C. The Tudor period. D. The Stuart period. Answer: A. The Elizabethan era. The reign of Elizabeth I is characterized by the Elizabethan era, a period noted for its English Renaissance and the flourishing of English literature and drama. Question 22. Name the British physicist who formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation. A. Albert Einstein. B. Isaac Newton. C. James Clerk Maxwell. D. Michael Faraday. Answer: B. Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton is the British physicist credited with formulating the laws of motion and universal gravitation. Question 23. What was the main reason for the colonization of Australia by the British? A. To find gold and silver. B. As a penal colony for convicts. C. To expand their spice trade. D. To compete with French colonial territories. Answer: B. As a penal colony for convicts. Australia was initially colonized by the British as a penal colony to relieve overcrowding in British prisons. Question 24. In what year did the Great Fire of London occur? A. 1566. B. 1666. C. 1766. D. 1866. Answer: B. 1666. The Great Fire of London occurred in the year 1666, devastating a large part of the City of London. Question 25. Which treaty marked the end of the First World War for the UK? A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Treaty of Utrecht. D. The Treaty of Westphalia. Answer: B. The Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 marked the end of the First World War for the UK and its allies, imposing significant reparations and territorial losses on Germany. Question 26. What is the significance of the Stone of Scone in British royal ceremonies? A. It is the throne on which monarchs are crowned. B. It symbolizes the monarch's right to rule. C. It is used in the coronation ceremony as a symbol of Scotland. D. It represents the unification of the United Kingdom. Answer: C. It is used in the coronation ceremony as a symbol of Scotland. The Stone of Scone, also known as the Stone of Destiny, has historical significance in the coronation ceremonies of British monarchs as a symbol of Scotland. Question 27. Who authored the epic poem Paradise Lost? A. William Shakespeare. B. John Milton. C. Geoffrey Chaucer. D. John Donne. Answer: B. John Milton. John Milton is the author of the epic poem Paradise Lost, which explores the biblical story of the fall of man. Question 28. What was the main consequence of the Glorious Revolution of 1688? A. The establishment of the Commonwealth. B. The restoration of the monarchy. C. The establishment of parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. D. The beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Answer: C. The establishment of parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 led to the establishment of parliamentary sovereignty, significantly limiting the powers of the monarchy. Question 29. Name the first British monarch of the House of Windsor. A. Elizabeth I. B. George V. C. Edward VII. D. Victoria. Answer: B. George V. King George V was the first British monarch of the House of Windsor, changing the family name from the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha in 1917. Question 30. During which battle was Admiral Nelson killed? A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Battle of the Nile. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer: A. The Battle of Trafalgar. Admiral Horatio Nelson was killed during the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, where he secured a decisive victory over the French and Spanish fleets. Question 31. What year did the UK join the European Economic Community, which later became the European Union? A. 1957. B. 1963. C. 1973. D. 1985. Answer: C. 1973. The UK joined the European Economic Community, the precursor to the European Union, in 1973. Question 32. What was the original purpose of the census introduced in Britain in 1801? A. To collect taxes more efficiently. B. To assess the military potential of the population. C. To gather data on population size and distribution for public administration. D. To monitor the spread of diseases. Answer: C. To gather data on population size and distribution for public administration. The census introduced in Britain in 1801 was primarily aimed at collecting data for better public administration. Question 33. Who was the British monarch during the Crimean War? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George IV. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King Edward VII. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the British monarch during the Crimean War, 1853 to 1856. Question 34. Which British explorer is credited with the first European contact with the eastern coastline of Australia? A. James Cook. B. Francis Drake. C. Walter Raleigh. D. John Cabot. Answer: A. James Cook. Captain James Cook is credited with the first European contact with the eastern coastline of Australia during his voyage in 1770. Question 35. In what year was the Slavery Abolition Act passed in the UK? A. 1807. B. 1833. C. 1865. D. 1888. Answer: B. 1833. The Slavery Abolition Act was passed in the UK in 1833, abolishing slavery throughout the British Empire. Question 36. What architectural style is the Houses of Parliament known for? A. Victorian Gothic. B. Neoclassical. C. Baroque. D. Modernist. Answer: A. Victorian Gothic. The Houses of Parliament are known for their Victorian Gothic architectural style. Question 37. Who was the Prime Minister of Britain during the majority of the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Anthony Eden. Answer: A. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of Britain for the majority of the Second World War, leading the country through its darkest hours. Question 38. What is the principle of habeas corpus? A. The right to a trial by jury. B. The right to freedom of speech. C. The protection against arbitrary arrest and detention. D. The right to vote. Answer: C. The protection against arbitrary arrest and detention. The principle of habeas corpus is a legal safeguard protecting individuals from arbitrary arrest and detention. Question 39. Which British monarch succeeded Queen Victoria? A. Edward VII. B. George V. C. Elizabeth II. D. George VI. Answer: A. Edward VII. Edward VII succeeded Queen Victoria, becoming king after her death in 1901. Question 40. Name the treaty that confirmed Scotland's independence from England in the 14th century. A. The Treaty of Edinburgh. B. The Treaty of Union. C. The Treaty of Versailles. D. The Treaty of York. Answer: A. The Treaty of Edinburgh. The Treaty of Edinburgh in 1328 recognised Scotland's independence from England after the First War of Scottish Independence. Question 41. Who were the main participants in the Wars of the Roses? A. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. B. The House of Tudor and the House of Stuart. C. The House of Windsor and the House of Hanover. D. The House of Plantagenet and the House of Normandy. Answer: A. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. The Wars of the Roses were a series of civil wars for control of the throne of England, fought between the House of Lancaster and the House of York. Question 42. What major change in voting rights occurred with the Representation of the People Act 1918 in the UK? A. Women over the age of 30 were given the right to vote. B. The voting age was lowered to 18 for all citizens. C. Property ownership was no longer a requirement to vote. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. The Representation of the People Act 1918 made significant changes in voting rights, including giving women over 30 the right to vote, lowering the voting age for men, and removing property ownership as a requirement. Question 43. In which year was the National Health Service, NHS, established? A. 1948. B. 1958. C. 1968. D. 1978. Answer: A. 1948. The National Health Service, NHS, was established in 1948 to provide healthcare services to all UK citizens, funded by taxation. Question 44. Who is known as the father of the Royal Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Winston Churchill. D. Admiral Nelson. Answer: B. Henry VIII. Henry VIII is known as the father of the Royal Navy due to his significant contributions to the development and expansion of the Navy. Question 45. What is the longest river in the UK? A. The Thames. B. The Severn. C. The Clyde. D. The Mersey. Answer: B. The Severn. The Severn is the longest river in the UK, stretching approximately 220 miles. Question 46. Describe the main objectives of the women's suffrage movement in the UK. A. To gain equal employment rights for women. B. To obtain the right to vote for women. C. To achieve equal educational opportunities. D. All of the above. Answer: B. To obtain the right to vote for women. The main objective of the women's suffrage movement in the UK was to secure the right to vote for women. Question 47. What events led to the start of World War I, and what was Britain's involvement? A. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Britain declared war on Germany. B. The invasion of Belgium. Britain entered the war to defend Belgian neutrality. C. Economic tensions in Europe. Britain sought to maintain its empire? D. Both A and B. Answer: D. Both A and B. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the invasion of Belgium, violating its neutrality, were key events that led to Britain's involvement in World War I. Question 48. How did the Treaty of Versailles in 1919 affect Europe? A. It established lasting peace and stability. B. It imposed harsh penalties on Germany, contributing to future conflicts. C. It created the European Union. D. It returned all territories to their pre-war status. Answer: B. It imposed harsh penalties on Germany, contributing to future conflicts. The Treaty of Versailles is often criticized for its harsh treatment of Germany, which contributed to the economic hardships and political instability that led to World War II. Question 49. What were the economic and social impacts of the Great Depression on the UK? A. Rapid industrial growth and prosperity. B. Increased wealth and income equality. C. Mass unemployment and widespread poverty. D. Expansion of the British Empire. Answer: C. Mass unemployment and widespread poverty. The Great Depression had devastating economic and social impacts on the UK, including mass unemployment and widespread poverty. Question 50. What prompted Britain's entry into World War II? A. The invasion of Poland by Germany. B. The fall of France. C. The bombing of Pearl Harbor. D. Economic sanctions against Germany. Answer: A. The invasion of Poland by Germany. Britain entered World War II following Germany's invasion of Poland, honoring a mutual defense agreement with Poland. Question 51. Describe the main goals of the welfare state established post-World War II. A. To dismantle the national healthcare system. B. To promote private sector solutions to social problems. C. To provide comprehensive social security, healthcare, and education for all citizens. D. To reduce government involvement in the economy. Answer: C. To provide comprehensive social security, healthcare, and education for all citizens. The establishment of the welfare state aimed to provide a safety net for all citizens through comprehensive social services. Question 52. What was the Windrush generation, and why is it significant in British history? A. The first group of settlers in the Jamestown colony. B. Immigrants from the Caribbean who arrived between 1948 and 1971. C. Veterans of World War II who migrated to the UK for work. D. Children evacuated from Britain during World War II. Answer: B. Immigrants from the Caribbean who arrived between 1948 and 1971. The Windrush generation is significant for highlighting the contributions of Caribbean immigrants to British society and the challenges they faced. Question 53. How did the Suez Crisis of 1956 affect Britain's international standing? A. It solidified Britain's role as a world superpower. B. It led to increased influence in the Middle East. C. It damaged Britain's relationship with the United States and marked a decline in its imperial power. D. It had no significant impact on Britain's international standing. Answer: C. It damaged Britain's relationship with the United States and marked a decline in its imperial power. The Suez Crisis is seen as a turning point, highlighting the decline of Britain's status as a world superpower. Question 54. Detail the process and impact of decolonization on the British Empire. A. It led to the expansion of the British Empire. B. It resulted in economic prosperity for former colonies. C. It was a peaceful transition in all territories. D. It involved the granting of independence to colonies and led to the end of the British Empire? Answer: D. It involved the granting of independence to colonies and led to the end of the British Empire. Decolonization significantly reshaped the world map, marking the end of imperial rule and the emergence of new nation-states. Question 55. What were the main challenges faced by the UK in the 1970s? A. Economic growth and inflation control. B. Technological advancements and digital revolution. C. Economic stagnation, strikes and energy crisis. D. Expansion of the European Union. Answer: C. Economic stagnation, strikes and energy crisis. The 1970s were marked by economic challenges in the UK, including stagnation, widespread industrial strikes and energy crisis. Question 56. Explain the significance of the Good Friday Agreement. A. It initiated the UK's withdrawal from the European Union. B. It marked the beginning of the decolonisation process. C. It was a peace agreement that ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. D. It established the UK's modern welfare system. Answer: C. It was a peace agreement that ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement of 1998 was a significant milestone in the peace process, helping to end decades of sectarian violence. Question 57. What role did Britain play in the formation of the European Union? A. Britain was a founding member. B. Britain joined the EU but expressed reservations about further integration. C. Britain played a leading role in establishing the euro currency. D. Britain sought to dissolve the EU from its inception. Answer: B. Britain joined the EU but expressed reservations about further integration. Britain joined the European Economic Community, now the EU, in 1973, but it has had a complicated relationship with further European integration. Question 58. Describe the social and economic impacts of the 2008 financial crisis on the UK. A. It led to a period of rapid economic growth. B. It had little to no impact on the UK's economy. C. It resulted in a recession, financial instability, and austerity measures. D. It enhanced the UK's position as a global financial centre. Answer: C. It resulted in a recession, financial instability, and austerity measures. The 2008 financial crisis had a profound impact on the UK, leading to a significant recession, financial instability, and the introduction of austerity measures. Question 59. What is the significance of the Scotland Act 1998? A. It dissolved the union between England and Scotland. B. It established the European Parliament. C. It granted devolved powers to Scotland, including the establishment of the Scottish Parliament. D. It recognised Scotland as an independent country. Answer: C. It granted devolved powers to Scotland, including the establishment of the Scottish Parliament. The Scotland Act 1998 was a landmark piece of legislation that provided Scotland with a greater degree of autonomy and established the Scottish Parliament. Question 60. What led to the UK's decision to leave the European Union in 2016? A. A decision by the Prime Minister. B. A vote in Parliament. C. A public referendum. D. Negotiations with the EU. Answer: C. A public referendum. The UK's decision to leave the European Union, known as Brexit, was the result of a public referendum held in June 2016. Question 61. Describe the main challenges and outcomes of the Brexit negotiations. A. Immediate re-entry into the EU. B. Seamless transition with minimal economic impact. C. Complex negotiations over trade, immigration, and regulatory alignment. D. Unilateral decisions without negotiation with the EU. Answer C. Complex negotiations over trade, immigration, and regulatory alignment. The Brexit negotiations were marked by complex discussions over how the UK would disentangle itself from the EU's single market and customs union, and how future relations would be structured. Question 62. What are the legal requirements for obtaining UK citizenship? A. Being born in the UK. B. Holding a British passport. C. Passing the Life in the UK test and meeting residency requirements. D. Being employed in the UK for at least 5 years. Answer C. Passing the Life in the UK test and meeting residency requirements. Applicants for UK citizenship must pass the Life in the UK test, which assesses knowledge of British life and English language skills, and meets certain residency requirements. Question 63. How does the UK Parliament function, and what are its main components? A. The House of Commons and the Prime Minister. B. The House of Lords and the Royal Family. C. The House of Commons, the House of Lords, and the Sovereign. D. The Prime Minister and the Cabinet. Answer C. The House of Commons, the House of Lords, and the Sovereign. The UK Parliament functions through the collaboration of its 3 main components, the House of Commons, the House of Lords, and the Sovereign, working together to make and pass laws. Question 64. Explain the role of the House of Lords in the legislative process. A. To draft legislation. B. To approve budget proposals. C. To review, amend, and debate legislation passed by the House of Commons. D. To elect the Prime Minister. Answer C. To review, amend, and debate legislation passed by the House of Commons. The House of Lords acts as a revising chamber, scrutinizing and suggesting amendments to legislation proposed by the House of Commons. Question 65. What are the responsibilities of the Prime Minister in the UK? A. To serve as the head of state. B. To represent the UK in the European Parliament. C. To lead the government and make policy decisions. D. To preside over the House of Lords. Answer C. To lead the government and make policy decisions. The Prime Minister is responsible for leading the government, making policy decisions, and overseeing the administration of government affairs. Question 66. Detail the judicial system of the UK and its components. A. Only the Supreme Court. B. The Magistrates' Courts, Crown Court, High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court. C. The European Court of Justice. D. Local councils and tribunals. Answer B. The Magistrates' Courts, Crown Court, High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court. The UK judicial system is comprised of various levels of courts, each with specific jurisdictions, culminating in the Supreme Court as the highest court of appeal. Question 67. How is the UK's foreign policy formulated and executed? A. Exclusively by the Prime Minister. B. By the Monarch and the House of Lords. C. By the Foreign Secretary and the Prime Minister with approval from Parliament. D. Through public referendums on each foreign policy decision. Answer C. By the Foreign Secretary and the Prime Minister with approval from Parliament. The UK's foreign policy is formulated and executed by the government, particularly the Foreign Secretary and the Prime Minister, with oversight and approval from Parliament. Question 68. What are the main political parties in the UK, and what do they represent? A. The Conservative Party, Labour Party, and Liberal Democrats, covering a spectrum from right to left. B. Only the Conservative Party and Labour Party, representing conservative and liberal ideologies respectively. C. multiple independent candidates without party affiliations. D. The Green Party and UK Independence Party, focusing solely on environmental and EU issues. Answer: A. The Conservative Party, Labour Party and Liberal Democrats, covering a spectrum from right to left. These main political parties represent a range of political ideologies and policy priorities in the UK. Question 69. Describe the education system in the UK and the qualifications it offers. A. Only primary and secondary education without formal qualifications. B. A comprehensive system offering qualifications such as GCSEs, A-levels, vocational qualifications and higher education degrees. C. Solely vocational training and apprenticeships. D. Education through online courses only. Answer: B. A comprehensive system offering qualifications such as GCSEs, A-levels, vocational qualifications and higher education degrees. The UK education system provides a range of educational pathways and qualifications to cater to diverse interests and career goals. Question 70. What is the National Health Service, NHS, and how is it funded? A. A private healthcare system based on insurance. B. A charity providing free healthcare to those in need. C. A public healthcare system funded by government taxation. D. A network of hospitals funded by the European Union. Answer: C. A public healthcare system funded by government taxation. The NHS provides healthcare services to residents of the UK funded through taxation, offering a wide range of medical services at no direct cost at the point of use. Question 71. How does the UK address environmental and conservation issues? A. Through voluntary agreements with private companies. B. Primarily through international treaties without domestic laws. C. With comprehensive laws, policies, and international agreements. D. By ignoring environmental concerns in favour of economic growth. Answer: C. With comprehensive laws, policies, and international agreements. The UK addresses environmental and conservation issues through a combination of domestic legislation, policy initiatives, and participation in international environmental agreements. Question 72. Detail the significance of the Commonwealth to the UK. A. It is a political and economic union with shared governance. B. A historical association without current relevance. C. An association of countries, mostly former British colonies, with cultural and political ties to the UK. D. A military alliance led by the UK. Answer: C. An association of countries, mostly former British colonies, with cultural and political ties to the UK. The Commonwealth signifies a voluntary association that promotes values such as democracy, human rights, and economic development among its member states. Question 73. What cultural contributions has the UK made to the world in literature? A. The invention of the novel. B. Contributions by authors such as Shakespeare, the Bronte sisters, and J.K. Rowling. C. The establishment of the first public library. D. The development of the printing press. Answer: B. Contributions by authors such as Shakespeare, the Bronte sisters, and J.K. Rowling. The UK has made significant cultural contributions to world literature through the works of renowned authors across centuries. Question 74. Explain the impact of the British media on global news and entertainment. A. Minimal impact outside of Europe. B. Significant through outlets like the BBC, The Guardian, and successful entertainment formats. C. Focused solely on news within the UK. D. Dominated by American media companies. Answer: B. Significant through outlets like the BBC, The Guardian, and successful entertainment formats. The British media has a significant impact globally, with reputable news outlets and entertainment formats that have international reach and influence. Question 75. How does the UK's economy compare globally in terms of size and influence? A. It is one of the smallest economies in Europe. B. Among the top global economies with significant financial services and creative industries. C. Primarily agricultural with minimal global influence. D. Dependent on the economy of the United States. Answer. B. Among the top global economies with significant financial services and creative industries. The UK's economy is one of the largest and most influential globally, especially noted for its financial services sector and creative industries. Question 76. What are the main religions practiced in the UK and how do they coexist? A. Only Christianity is officially recognized and practiced. B. A range of religions is practiced, with policies promoting religious tolerance and freedom. C. Religious practice is restricted to private domains. D. There is a state-imposed religion that all citizens must follow. Answer. B. A range of religions is practiced, with policies promoting religious tolerance and freedom. The UK is home to diverse religious practices, and there are laws and policies in place to ensure freedom of religion and encourage coexistence. Question 77. Describe the UK's approach to human rights and equality. A. Human rights are not recognised or protected. B. A leader in promoting and protecting human rights and equality, both domestically and internationally. C. Focuses solely on economic rights, neglecting social and political rights. D. Human rights are considered less important than economic development. Answer. B. A leader in promoting and protecting human rights and equality, both domestically and internationally. The UK has a strong legal framework and institutions dedicated to the protection of human rights and the promotion of equality. Question 78. How has immigration shaped the demographic and cultural landscape of the UK? A. Immigration has had minimal impact on the UK. B. The UK has remained culturally homogeneous. C. Significantly, contributing to demographic diversity and cultural richness. D. Immigration is a recent phenomenon with little impact so far. Answer. C. Significantly, contributing to demographic diversity and cultural richness. Immigration has played a crucial role in shaping the UK's demographic profile and cultural landscape, making it more diverse and enriched. Question 79. What future challenges and opportunities does the UK face in the 21st century? A. Isolation due to Brexit with no future opportunities. B. Addressing climate change, technological innovation, and maintaining global influence. C. Overpopulation and resource depletion without solutions. D. An aging population with declining health standards. Answer. B. Addressing climate change, technological innovation, and maintaining global influence. The UK faces several challenges and opportunities, including tackling climate change, leveraging technological advancements, and maintaining its role on the international stage. Question 80. Who wrote the national anthem of the United Kingdom? A. William Shakespeare. B. Unknown. C. John Milton. D. King Henry VIII. Answer. B. Unknown. The authorship of God Save the Queen, or God Save the King, the national anthem of the United Kingdom, is unknown. Question 81. What is the significance of the Bill of Rights, 1689, in the UK? A. It established the principles of absolute monarchy. B. It declared the independence of the UK from France. C. It laid the foundation for a constitutional monarchy. D. It was the first document to establish the parliamentary system. Answer: C. It laid the foundation for a constitutional monarchy. The Bill of Rights, 1689, is significant for establishing the rights of Parliament and limits on the monarch's powers, laying the foundation for the UK's constitutional monarchy. Question 82. Describe the British contribution to the discovery of DNA. A. Invention of the microscope. B. The discovery of the double helix structure by Watson and Crick. C. The development of genetic engineering. D. Discovery of penicillin. Answer: B. The discovery of the double helix structure by Watson and Crick. Francis Crick, along with James Watson, is credited with the discovery of DNA's double helix structure, a pivotal moment in the field of genetics and molecular biology. Question 83. Who was the first person to circumnavigate the globe from the UK? A. Christopher Columbus. B. James Cook. C. Francis Drake. D. Ferdinand Magellan. Answer: C. Francis Drake. Sir Francis Drake was the first person to circumnavigate the globe from the UK, completing his voyage in 1580. Question 84. What event is considered the start of the British Empire? A. The Norman Conquest. B. The establishment of the East India Company. C. The victory in the Spanish Armada. D. The signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: B. The establishment of the East India Company. The establishment of the East India Company in 1600 marked the beginning of extensive overseas exploration and colonization, considered the start of the British Empire. Question 85. When did women in the UK get the right to divorce their husbands? A. 1857. B. 1923. C. 1969. D. 1832. Answer: A. 1857. The Matrimonial Causes Act of 1857 made it possible for women in the UK to divorce their husbands, marking a significant change in women's rights. Question 86. What was the purpose of the Enclosure Acts? A. To promote free trade. B. To consolidate small landholdings into larger farms. C. To establish public parks. D. To abolish the feudal system. Answer: B. To consolidate small landholdings into larger farms. The Enclosure Acts allowed for the consolidation of small landholdings into larger farms, dramatically changing the agricultural landscape and social structure. Question 87. What led to the creation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? A. The Act of Union 1707. B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty of 1921. C. The Magna Carta. D. The English Civil War. Answer: B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty of 1921. The Anglo-Irish Treaty led to the partition of Ireland and the establishment of the Irish Free State, with Northern Ireland remaining part of the United Kingdom, thus creating the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Question 88. What is the role of the monarchy in modern Britain? A. To govern and make laws. B. To lead the military. C. Ceremonial and symbolic duties without governing power. D. To control economic policies. Answer: C. Ceremonial and symbolic duties without governing power. In modern Britain, the monarchy performs ceremonial and symbolic duties and does not have governing power. Question 89. How has the UK contributed to the field of computer science? A. Inventing the Internet. B. Developing the first programmable computer. C. Creating social media platforms. D. Pioneering in mobile technology. Answer: B. Developing the first programmable computer, the UK has contributed significantly to computer science, notably through Alan Turing's work, which laid the foundations for the development of the first programmable computer. Question 90. What are the key features of the UK's national insurance system? A. A private pension scheme. B. Compulsory contributions for healthcare and social security benefits. C. An investment fund. D. A system for unemployment benefits only. Answer. B. Compulsory contributions for healthcare and social security benefits. The national insurance system in the UK features compulsory contributions from workers and employers to fund healthcare, unemployment benefits, and the state pension. Question 91. How did the UK respond to the threat of Spanish invasion in the late 16th century? A. By signing a peace treaty. B. By building the Great Wall of Britain. C. By defeating the Spanish Armada. D. By allying with France. Answer. C. By defeating the Spanish Armada. The UK responded to the threat of Spanish invasion by defeating the Spanish Armada in 1588, a pivotal moment in English naval history. Question 92. What reforms did the Factory Acts bring about? A. The reduction of working hours and improvement of conditions for workers. B. The abolition of child labour. C. The establishment of trade unions. D. The privatisation of factories. Answer. A. The reduction of working hours and improvement of conditions for workers. The Factory Acts introduced reforms such as reducing working hours and improving conditions for workers, particularly for women and children. Question 93. Describe the significance of the Battle of Waterloo for the UK. A. It marked the beginning of the British Empire. B. It was a defeat that led to the loss of the American colonies. C. It was a decisive victory that ended Napoleon's rule. D. It initiated the Industrial Revolution. Answer. C. It was a decisive victory that ended Napoleon's rule. The Battle of Waterloo in 1815 is significant for the UK as it marked a decisive victory against Napoleon Bonaparte, ending his rule and the Napoleonic Wars. Question 94. How does the UK contribute to international aid? A. By focusing solely on domestic issues. B. Through extensive programs and funding to support global development and humanitarian efforts. C. By providing military support only. D. Through cultural exchanges. Answer. B. Through extensive programs and funding to support global development and humanitarian efforts. The UK contributes to international aid by providing financial assistance, expertise, and support for development projects and humanitarian relief efforts around the world. Question 95. What is the importance of the Anglo-Saxon period in British history? A. It marked the beginning of democratic governance. B. It was a period of Roman rule and architecture. C. It laid the foundation for the English legal system and culture. D. It saw the establishment of the UK's National Health Service. Answer. C. It laid the foundation for the English legal system and culture. The Anglo-Saxon period is important in British history for laying the foundations of English society, legal system, and culture. Question 96. How has the UK's landscape influenced its development and history? A. By providing natural defences against invasion. B. By limiting agricultural development. C. By isolating the UK from the rest of Europe. D. By making the UK a desert region. Answer. A. By providing natural defences against invasion. The UK's landscape, including its island status and rugged terrain, has provided natural defences that have influenced its development and history, including its naval dominance. Question 97. Describe the impact of the Black Death on medieval England. A. It led to significant population growth. B. It had no significant impact. C. It resulted in widespread death, social upheaval, and economic changes. D. It improved public health systems. Answer: C. It resulted in widespread death, social upheaval, and economic changes. The Black Death had a profound impact on medieval England, causing massive population loss and leading to significant social, economic, and cultural changes. Question 98. What role does the Speaker of the House of Commons play? A. Leads the government. B. Acts as the monarch's representative. C. Presides over debates, maintaining order and neutrality. D. Serves as the head of the judiciary. Answer: C. Presides over debates, maintaining order and neutrality. The Speaker of the House of Commons plays a crucial role in presiding over debates, ensuring that they are conducted in an orderly and impartial manner. Question 99. How did the Great Reform Act of 1832 change British politics? A. It abolished the monarchy. B. It extended the right to vote, marking a step towards democracy. C. It established the Conservative and Labour parties. D. It merged England and Scotland into a single entity. Answer: B. It extended the right to vote, marking a step towards democracy. The Great Reform Act of 1832 significantly changed British politics by widening the electoral franchise, which was a step towards the development of a more democratic system. Question 100. What is the significance of the UK's preservation of historic sites and monuments? A. It restricts modern development. B. It honours the country's military history only. C. It safeguards the nation's heritage and educates about its history and culture. D. It serves no practical purpose. Answer: C. It safeguards the nation's heritage and educates about its history and culture. The preservation of historic sites and monuments in the UK is significant for safeguarding the nation's cultural heritage and providing education about its rich history and culture.